All right, I'm going to graph this, a quick sketch graph of this. So the first thing I want to do is think about my HK. So my HK, well, isn't there like an added 0 inside of there? Isn't there nothing inside of there? So what you hopefully realize is your HK is 0, 4. That's the coordinate that we're starting at. HK is 0, 4. So I'm going to put a dot at 0, 4, right there. That's where we start. That's the center of the graph. Now, I'll come back to this in a second. Now, next thing what you do is you look at your A value, which is the front. My A value here is -1/2. And what my A value tells me is when I go to the right 1, my A value is how far up or down I go. So since it's negative, I'm going to go down 1/2, put a dot right there. And then the other direction, you go 1, and you go the opposite direction, your A value. So there's my 2 dots. All right, and now I'm going to sketch this. So it kind of looks like a square root graph. That would be a square root graph right there, sketch. But a cube root has the other side. And we're done. There's a sketch. That's all you need to do. Those 3 dots, done. We don't need more dots. A square root would be a little bit more like farther down because the square root grows quicker or shrinks quicker in this case because they're negatives. So once again, HK, then you go over 1, up or down your A value, and then do the same over here, and that's the sketch. A, H, K. Remember, H is always the opposite of what's inside. Now let's talk about these just to get a sentence and description. What's my shift? Well, my shift is 0, 4. The HK is telling me my shift, how it's moving. Because technically, a cubic without an HK starts there. Sorry, a cube root without an HK starts right there. So my shift would be, on this one, just up 4. That's it. Well, is this a shrink or a stretch? Well, you should see this is a shrink. Because when you multiply by 1/2, you're making it smaller. So it kind of got squished. And it would actually be a shrink by a factor of 1/2. Now, is there a flip? Yes, there is. See how it's upside down? So yes, there is a flip to this one. Now, the A value does both. Just remember, A value tells you if it flips as well as if it stretches or shrinks. Lastly, is it increasing or decreasing? Well, can you tell the graph is constantly dropping? So what that means is we are decreasing because it's constantly dropping. So decreasing. Do not worry about making a table to sketch these. The key thing is I want those nice 3 dots. HK, which maybe we should label that. That right there is HK. And then use A to find these 2 dots. Make the sketch. You don't need this. This is just helpful description, unless I ask for it.